Let me ask you a very honest question. If discipline was really about knowledge, why do traders who know everything still blow their accounts? You know when to enter. You know when to exit. You know where to place your stop loss. You even know your strategy works. Yet somehow, you still overtrade. You still revenge trade. You still move your stop losses. You still break your rules. So the real question is not, how do I learn more about Forex? The real question is, why can't I control myself when money is on the line? Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to build unbreakable discipline in Forex trading. Not with motivation, not with quotes, but with psychology, structure, and systems that force discipline even when your emotions are running high. If you stay until the end of this video, you'll understand why most traders fail, why discipline feels impossible, and how to finally become calm, patient, and deadly consistent in the market. First, let's talk about why most Forex traders aren't undisciplined. They're untrained. Let's clear something up right away. Most traders are not lazy. They're not stupid. They're not weak. They are simply untrained psychologically. Forex is the only profession where you can make money by doing nothing. You are rewarded for patience and punished for action. But human beings are wired for action, not patience. Your brain evolved to react fast, avoid pain, and chase rewards. The market does the opposite. It demands waiting, sitting through boredom, accepting losses calmly, and acting only when conditions are perfect. That's why discipline feels so unnatural. Discipline in Forex is not self-control. It is self-engineering. And if you don't build systems that override your emotions will always win. Now, let's uncover the hidden enemy, your emotional identity. Here's a truth most gurus won't tell you. You don't break your rules because you're emotional. You break your rules because your identity is tied to winning. When you see trading as proof of your intelligence, proof of your success, or proof of your destiny, every single loss feels personal. So you revenge trade, not to recover the money, but to repair your ego. Unbreakable discipline begins when you stop asking, how do I win this trade? And you start asking, how do I execute my plan correctly? Professional traders don't think in terms of money. They think in terms of process. If your identity is, I must win, you will always overtrade. If your identity is, I execute my plan, profits just become a side effect. This leads me to my next point, why willpower fails and systems don't. Most traders try to build discipline with motivation, inspiration, and pep talks. That never lasts. Why? Because willpower is finite. You can't rely on feeling disciplined. You must design discipline. Here's the rule. If your discipline depends on how you feel, you don't have discipline. Unbreakable discipline is even when you're angry, you can't break the rules. Even when you're greedy, you can't overtrade. Even when you're bored, you can't enter a trade randomly. How is this possible? By removing choice. This is where the non-negotiable rule system comes in. Professional traders live by non-negotiables. These are not guidelines. They're not suggestions. They are rules that absolutely cannot be broken. For example, a maximum of 2 trades per day. No trade without confluence. No trade after a loss. No trading outside your session. Fixed risk per trade. But here's the secret. Rules alone don't create discipline. Consequences do. You must attach pain to breaking your rules. If you break a rule, you stop trading for the day. You reduce your lot size for a week. You journal the mistake publicly, even if it's just in a private notebook you share with an accountability partner. Your brain must learn that breaking the rules hurts more than missing a potential trade. Let's shift to the one-trade mindset. Unbreakable discipline comes from this core belief. I only need 1 perfect trade per day, or even per week. Overtrading is a sign of fear of missing out, a lack of trust in your strategy, and an addiction to the stimulation of being in the market. Professionals wait. Retail traders chase. The market will always be there tomorrow, but your capital won't be if you're not careful. So, how do you kill overtrading forever? Here's a practical system you can use. Step 1. Limit your screen time. The more you stare at the charts, the more you start to invent setups that aren't really there. Set specific trading hours. Once your window closes, you're done. Step 2. Use a trade checklist. Before every single trade, answer these questions. Is this my setup? Is it in my session? Is my risk fixed? Is the market structure clear? If even one answer is no, there's no trade. It's that simple. Step 3. Cap your trades. Set a maximum number of trades you can take per day. No exceptions. Discipline grows when limits are enforced. Now, let's talk about stop-loss discipline, the ultimate test. Moving your stop-loss is not a strategy. It is fear. When you move your stop-loss, you're essentially saying, I don't accept this loss. But loss is the entry fee for this business. Unbreakable traders accept the risk of loss before they even enter a trade. If your stop-loss gets hit, you did nothing wrong. You simply paid the cost of probability. Stop seeing losses as a failure. See them as the rent you pay to stay in the market. Journaling is the mirror that builds discipline. But most traders journal wrong. They just write down their entry, exit, and profit. That's useless. Real journaling asks the tough questions. Why did I enter? What was I feeling at that moment? Did I follow my rules? What patterns in my behavior keep repeating? Discipline grows when your self-awareness increases. You cannot fix what you don't see. And what about emotional recovery after losses? Losses don't destroy discipline. Unprocessed losses do. After a loss, step away from the charts. Breathe. Review the trade objectively. Never, ever trade immediately after a loss. That's when revenge trades are born. Discipline in trading is also linked to discipline in life. You need to build a disciplined daily routine. Sleep, exercise, mental clarity, structure. A chaotic life creates a chaotic trader. Your routine should include pre-market analysis, a defined trading window, a review time, and a detachment period where you completely step away from the markets. This all helps you shift from a retail trader mindset to professional thinking. The retail trader thinks, I hope this works. Let me just try again. Or maybe the price will come back. The professional thinks, I execute my plan, I accept the outcome, and on to the next opportunity. The difference is emotional neutrality. So, here's the final truth about discipline. Discipline is not a talent. It's not part of your personality. And it is certainly not luck. Discipline is built when your rules are clear, the consequences are real, your identity is process-driven, and your systems override your emotions. And once discipline becomes automatic, confidence appears, consistency follows, and profit becomes inevitable. If this video changed how you see discipline in Forex, don't just like it, apply it. Because the market doesn't reward effort. It rewards execution. Subscribe if you want more real Forex psychology, not hype, not signals, but true mastery. Thanks for watching.